My friend and colleague John L. Stein is one of, if not the most, respected motorcycle journalists alive. He has been writing about motorcycles since the Nixon administration. Stein needed a BMW C Evolution at his house and I happened to have one. I knew his house was a hike from mine, but who was I to argue with such a distinguished figure in my field? No one. That's who I was. So I said, sure. It was only after saying sure that I actually looked at Google Maps. His house is 109 miles away. This was a problem because even on its best day the C Evolution can only go 99 miles on a full charge, according to BMW, and my preliminary jaunts on the thing suggested the actual mileage figure was much less than that. The C Evolution has a hefty, for a scooter 12.7 kWh battery driving the rear wheel through a shaft mounted to the craft's single rear swinging arm. The whole thing will put out 53 pounds-to-foot of torque, which will get you away from stoplights muy pronto, despite a curb weight of 606 pounds. Before the trip to Stein's house, I took a dry run up and back from my house to the popular motorcycle destination of Newcomb's Ranch high in the San Gabriel Mountains, a round-trip distance of 75 miles with an elevation gain of almost 5,000 feet. As they say, your mileage will vary. It didn't help that I was riding the C Evolution like a sport bike for the first half of the trip, even on the uphill stretches. Electrons were fleeing from the 94Ah battery pack like adults at a Justin Bieber concert. But it wasn't until a little over halfway to Newcomb's at an elevation of 4,000-something feet, that I noticed the battery gauge. Doing some quick math in my head, I figured there was no way I would make it the rest of the way to Newcomb's and all the way back, even accounting for the regan I'd get on the downhill return run. When I'd left my house at 99% charge, the gauge said expected range was 66 miles which, of course, I ignored. But I wanted to get to Newcomb's. So I switched the ride mode from sport to sail. This disengages the electric motor when you release the accelerator. You get no regan but you also get no drag. Or almost no drag, as it turned out. Sail mode didn't mean I could roll like a carbon fiber Tour de France bicycle. There is still some resistance. Creeping along through the trees was actually quite pleasant, like hiking without the exertion. I had to keep a close eyeball on any traffic that might be coming up from behind me, but thus equipped I arrived at Newcomb's with less than half a tank and a slight concern about whether I'd get back.